is the week of May 11th, and we are reading chapters in 14 and 15 this week and taking a quiz. I am recording this at a different time than I normally do. It's Sunday evening. It's 9 p.m. Usually I have these videos recorded by now, but my internet has been so crazy since the whole statewide internet crash. So I'm also full pajama mode. Maybe you guys are watching in your pajamas and we can just pretend like it's pajama day at school. I don't know. But I hope if you guys start seeing that you're having issues with this video, just shoot me an email and I can record different videos. But last week we read chapters 13, 12, and 11. And during those chapters, it really was discussing new characters. We got introduced to a lot of new characters. Melody's school was quite a bit different than it was at the beginning of this book. And Melody has also changed since the beginning. And so that's also part of plot, is watching a character change throughout a story. And it also, if you notice that the main character is changing, that's also going to help you understand the theme by the end of the story. So chapter 13 was about Melody asking Rose to go on the family trip to the aquarium. And while they were there, they ran into Claire and gosh, I'm trying to look at the other girl's name, but those two, Molly and Claire. And so those two girls have been mean to Melody from day one. And now they all run into each other at this aquarium, and Rose starts acting a little bit weird when she runs into them. So I want to reread the last page of chapter 13, and then I'll just start right into chapter 14. Chapter 14 is only 4 pages long, so it's a really, really short chapter. It's going to be a really quick video. And like I said, your notes this week are focusing on plot elements and character traits / character development. So the last page of chapter 13 says, "What do my teeth have to do with anything?" Claire asks, looking around nervously. So I'll back up just a little bit more. Mrs. V kind of starts interrogating the girls a little bit because they have braces, and she's trying to get the point across of, you have braces, you can fix that. Melody's in a wheelchair. She can't fix that. So some people get braces on their teeth. Some get braces on their legs. For others, braces won't work, so they need wheelchairs and walkers and such. You're a lucky girl that you only had messed up teeth. Remember that. Yes, ma'am, Claire says again. Then she scurries off to join her friends. Rose walks back to us, then, a little embarrassed, I think. Claire can be clueless, she whispers to me. You think? After a few more tanks, Penny gets tired and starts to whine. So we leave the aquarium before we even get to see the penguins. We take Rose home, and she thanks us properly and says she had a real good time. But did she? All right, and so I had asked you to predict how you thought their friendship was going to be when they get back to school after this aquarium trip. So I want you to look back at that prediction, jog your memory if you need to, and then we'll see if you're correct. So chapter 14, there's a little bit in bold. No, it's a little harder to see out here. But the bold of chapter 14 says, "The Monday following Thanksgiving break, Catherine and I roll into Mrs. Gordon's language arts class a few minutes before the bell. It doesn't look like I'll ever find out what Rose really thought about the trip to the aquarium because she clearly has more exciting things on her mind." All right, that's what's in bold. "Everyone is huddled around her desk. Awesome! I love the color. I didn't know they came in lime green. Oh man, what's up? How many songs have you downloaded so far? What's your new email address? You got IM? Videos, that's so tight. I wish my mom would get me a laptop like that." I roll closer. Rose is showing off a brand new laptop computer. I can get on the internet and find stuff for school and type up all my homework," she's telling the group around her. "I've already uploaded pictures of my dog, and I've got my own MySpace page." I just shake my head as Catherine takes me back to my usual place in the back of the room. A laptop? I'm still pointing towards I'm still pointing to words and phrases that Mrs. V and my mother have taped to a board that's strapped to my wheelchair. And Rose has the internet. I guess that means the whole universe. I guess that means the whole universe at her fingertips. I close my eyes, trying not to cry, dreaming of the perfect melody-made computer. First of all, it would talk. Oh yes, people would have to tell me to shut up, and it would have room to store all my words, not just the most common ones that have gotten pasted on my dumb plastic board. It would have big keys so my thumbs could push the right buttons, and it would connect to my wheelchair. It would not have to be lime green. I opened my eyes with a start. Such a thing has to exist, right? Or something like it, maybe? I grab Catherine's arm and point to Rose's computer. Me too, I punch on my board. I do it several times. You want a computer like Rose's? Catherine glances over at Rose's laptop. It really is nice. Even I don't have one as cool as hers. No, I point. So remember, Catherine is the teacher aide, the teacher helper of Melody. Wait, you don't want a computer? Catherine sounds confused. I have learned to be patient with people. Once again, I point to Rose's computer and then to the words, me too. I search all over my communication board and the words better, nicer, and cooler just aren't there. So I point to good, then go to the alphabet strip and then jab at the letters E and R. Good-er. I sound like a doofus. Oh, Catherine says finally, you want a better computer than Rose's. Yes, I pound on the board. Then I point to for and me. I get it, Catherine cried. You want something specially designed for you. That's just plain brilliant, Melody. I spell out duh, and we laugh. Miss Gordon starts class then, reminding everyone about due dates for the biography project. Tomorrow, she announces, class will meet in the media center so that you can make final choices about the person you will write about. And next week, we will begin making outlines of your life stories. Any questions? Connor, always the class clown, raises his hand. I found out the guy who invented the flush toilet was named Thomas Crapper. Can I do a report on him? Kids crack up. Rodney laughed so hard his whole face turned red. Miss Gordon shushes Rodney and the others. Sorry, Connor, I get this request every year. The flush toilet was invented in 1596 by John Harrington. No funny name. Do you still want to research him? Connor looks deflated. Nah, I guess I'll stay with the folks who started McDonald's. If I've got to spend a lot of time looking up stuff, burgers are better than toilets. Rodney tries to bust out laughing again, but Mrs. Gordon silences him with a look. Who will you choose to write about? Catherine asks me as Mrs. Gordon walks around the class talking to students about their project. I think for only a minute. Stephen Hawking, I spell out. I want to know how he does ordinary stuff like eating and drinking. After all, he's a grown man. Does his wife put him on the toilet? He has kids. How does he manage to be a dad? And I want to know about his talking devices, the super cool computers that help him talk and do really hard math problems like finding black holes in space. I tap out the question for Catherine. Computer for me? I have no idea, she replies. Let's check it out. All right, that was such a quick chapter. And we didn't find out really anything more about Rose. However, she did get a new computer. And so maybe that will, more people will start to like her, which might separate Melody and Rose. We'll see. But the Stephen Hawking and the computer thing, let's hope that they end up finding a computer for Melody. So that was chapter 14. Check back for chapter 15. Then I'll do a quiz review like I did last week, like I did 2 weeks ago. And then you'll have a quiz over 11 through 15. See ya.